Okay, this is an interesting one. How to be a respected and beloved student in your teacher's eyes without being a teacher's pet. There are many students out there who want to be a good student, who want to be respected by their teachers, but they do not want to be a teacher's pet. I mean, being a teacher's pet is the easiest way you can get a teacher's respect. But if you don't want to be a teacher's pet, here's how you can still get respect from your teacher. So first, we have to look at some important things. So the thing number one would be actually be a good student. And to be a good student, there has to be multiple things that you have to do. I have written them down here and I'm going to read it to you and explain them one by one. So the first one is be good at studies. Being good at studies is literally the best way to gain respect in anyone's eyes, like literally. Whether it's your teachers, your fellow classmates, your parents, your siblings, your cousins, the whole society. You see, because if you are a good student, if you get good grades in exams, and if you are an intellectual person, people will respect you no matter what. So just be good at your studies. Now, if you want to know how you can get good at studies, tell me in the comments down below and I will definitely make a video on that topic as well. The second point here is talk to everyone respectfully. Talking to everybody respectfully does not actually mean being a people pleaser. Respectfully talking means to give respect to people with some set boundaries, using the words please, thank you, sorry, etc. Being responsible for your actions or whatever you say. And whenever someone's asking you something, answer them in a good and respectful way. If you don't know how to talk correctly, you can also tell that to me in the comments down below and I will make a video on that as well. But if you do already know, then it's good. Do it. Or what you can do is you can read this book called How to Make Friends and Influence People. This book will help you to talk to people and make them your friend almost instantly. I'm gonna move on to the next point, which is score really good grades. As I've already told you in the first point, actually be a good student. It can be considered as a sub-point of that same point. Get good grades in your exams because getting good grades will get you the respect of lots of people. Anyone who knows that you got good grades will respect you, want to talk to you, and might even ask for your help. So do definitely try this out. If you are not that much of a bright student, at least try to get above average marks. Don't get like 75% or 70%. Get close to 90% if you can. Give your best to it. That's how you do it. Okay, so the next point is have a beautiful handwriting. Having a beautiful handwriting will also gain you not exactly respect, but some sort of respect. I don't know what it is exactly called, but it will get you some higher status in your class. Mostly the people who have good handwritings are topper students. So people will directly associate you to good grades. So having a good handwriting is also a good way to be respected by the teacher, because teachers love good handwriting and they hate bad handwriting. So do definitely check out for those spellings mistakes. Go through all the things you've written 2 or 3 times and make sure that all the spellings are correct. So members of the Alpha Suryansh Brotherhood, I have something to say. I have missed a point in the video which I have to tell you like this. So the point here is always complete your work on time. Make sure that your work is complete so that when the teacher asks you to give him or her your notebook and he or she sees that your work is complete, then they will be happy and will automatically respect you. And also make sure that you bring your notebooks and textbooks regularly according to the timetable to school. Now let's move on to the next point, which is raise your hand whenever the teacher asks a question. Now you can't do this actually without being a good student. What this means is that you have to study the topics, learn new things that the teacher is teaching, that the textbooks have, and then only can you actually raise your hand when the teacher asks you a question. Because just raising a hand won't get you respect. You have to know something about that topic so you can say it out loud. Even if the answer you give is not complete, or maybe it's not 100% correct, you will still get the respect of the teacher and your fellow classmates if you answer at least 85% correctly. So go through all the textbooks and your notebook and make sure that you know what's going on in the class. Then the next point would be arrive early at school. This is a bit of the discipline section. When you arrive early at school, you're already respected by your teachers because you're seen as a disciplined student, and a disciplined student is obviously respected. There are more points in this discipline category that I'm going to tell you, but just wait a minute. Let me talk about this one first. I'm going to tell you from my own personal experience. When you go to school early, people see you with normal eyes, okay? You stay at level 1. But when you arrive at school very, very late, or maybe even just a little bit late, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the more you're late, the more the level drops down, like level 0, level -1, level -2, and so on. That's what happens. And it has happened to me. Every time I arrive early at school, I talk to my friends and the teachers, which makes a great bonding between us. But if you arrive to school late, you might miss the first period, or even if you do actually arrive in between the first period, the class will start staring at you. So make sure that you are arriving early at school as well. Now the next point that we have is look good. Have a neat and clean uniform. It is a sub-point of looking good. You see, if you want to look good, you have to have a neat and clean uniform. And it also has to be ironed. And if your school doesn't actually have a uniform and you wear some other sort of dress, that's completely fine. Just make sure it's clean and it doesn't smell. Another point under the same one will be smell good. Smelling good is also a very important thing. It has a huge impact on your aura, and aura is one of the most important things of a masculine man. So make sure that you smell good. Now smelling good has its own subcategories. I'll definitely make a video on that as well. Just wait and you might get that video in the next few days. Moving on to the next point, which is style your hair in a good way. As you can see right now, my hair is pretty much styled. Whenever I go to school, I always comb my hair. Every school tells the students to cut their hair and keep them short. I'm talking about boys here, not girls. So I am actually kind of going against the rules, but in my school nobody actually cares, so I can just grow my hair a little bit even longer.
I wanted to attach a few more things, so here they are. Make sure that your nails and hair are cut neatly, and your beard, if you have one, trimmed.
Now I told you some points about looking good. Now I'm going to talk about what this actually has to do with the respect of teachers. If you look good, people almost instantly treat you much better than if you were looking bad in the same scenario. You will get higher grades, good replies from the teachers, and you might even get compliments. So that's what looking good does. Now, this is actually going to be the final point of this video that I'm going to say right now, which is be a person who has his own opinion. Having your own opinions is really important as a part of masculinity. If you think that something is going wrong or the teacher is doing something wrong, in your opinion, you can definitely disagree with the teacher because you have the right to disagree with the teacher if he slash she are wrong in your eyes, in your opinion. But you have to be respectful. It's a really important thing, because if you are not respectful, this can literally ruin every single thing. So be respectful even when expressing your own opinions. And now, as I've told you all the important points about being a respected student in your teacher's eyes without being a teacher's pet, because the teacher's pet part comes in the last point, which is obviously having your own opinions and disagreeing with the teacher. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you find it helpful, drop a like, subscribe to this channel for more such content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Strive to get 1% better every day.